Alright, everybody, welcome to the next episode of the Suburban Media Gaming Podcast. We are currently recording episode 11, which is funny because I still haven't uploaded episode 10. Whoops, I mean, I'm gonna do that today. So, this episode will come out after episode 10.
Eventually.
So. Don't worry, but just nobody's seen episode 10 yet, so don't talk about it.
But before
talk about
episode
episode
12.
I don't know.
Talk about it, how it's not here. It's gonna take 10 years like Kingdom Hearts 3.
And then be a big disappointment.
Well, taking it back, that's a reference to our last episode. Just click the link in the description and then click the like button and subscribe for more content.
Hashtag I don't like KH3.
I am not Josh. My picture I was on the screen now with link to my Twitter handle. Do the thing. And
Ow!
that scream of pain was Andy.
Yeah,
This
no
is
one.
right here.
Yeah, no one cares. Anyway.
Oh.
Nobody cares about you. You're Helios and or other Josh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
or.
And or. And finally, we have Duncan.
Also known as Too Elusive.
Yeah, so you can't see him on the screen.
Often quite elusive. Illusory.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's a real word. I promise. It's not. It's just a word.
I think he caught.
Do you want me to look up what the word illusory means? It means like an
Go
illusion.
on. Actually, go ahead. Enlighten me.
As an
Enlighten me.
illusion. Okay. All right.
Enlighten me. Go ahead and look that up.
All right. Actually, I'll ask my Alexa. Computer, what does illusory mean? Alexa didn't hear me. Alright, I'll look it up. Quick detour.
Alright,
Okay,
Jesus.
Google. Oh, whoops. What does illusory mean?
Did it bring up anything?
Yes.
Here's the definition of illusory.
Based
Based
on
on
illusion.
illusion, not real.
Oh. I'll take that as a compliment.
So wait, you're basically saying.
Wait,
that
you're saying I'm not real!
I'll take that as a Wait a minute.
Like, wait, didn't take this out.
I'm sorry. Is my name Titus?
Yes.
Yeah, throwing shade all over the place.
Okay. So, let's do the thing that we normally do before we do anything else.
Of course.
Which is...
Let's talk about what we've been playing in the most recent. Let's start with Duncan because I want to.
Yeah, I've just been playing Tales of Vesperia remake on the PS4.
Sounds like someone who's not real would say.
You know, if you want,
you
you can not be real too.
You want to fucking go, dude?
You're not. No, that's my secret. You're right, I'm not real.
You want to know what is real though?
What?
These hands.
All kinds of shade. everywhere.
Man, this episode's already off the rails.
Pretty much.
Anything besides Vesperia, or?
Besides Vesperia, I've also been playing Legends of Heroes.
Okay.
Tales of Cold Steel, the remake version of it on the PS4.
Sure.
Which is fantastic.
Cool. That's a tactics game, right?
No, actually,
Or-
it's a JRPG.
Okay.
A very underrated JRPG in my opinion. But then again, a lot of Falcom's games are highly underrated. They're also the ones that delivered the Yeast series.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if you're familiar with both of those, they're from the same company. All of their games are really good, even though some are more dated than others.
Yeast.
Looking at the first Yeast,
Yeah.
my god. But other than that, really good game.
Neat. What about you, Josh?
I've been alternating between 3 games. Because I'm practicing up on the City of Final Fantasy NT, because there's going to be a tournament at Anime Next that I want to win in.
I'm also going to be helping him with that as well.
Neat.
And
I'll be there in spirit.
I decided...
I'll cheer you on from over here in Pennsylvania.
Fair enough. And I decided to go backwards
Ow.
and start playing some old PlayStation 2 racing games because
Ah.
I miss them.
Any
Like
specific
Burnout
ones?
3.
Burnout 3 and Need for Speed
and
Hot
Need for
Pursuit.
Speed Hot Pursuit.
That's a good enough
And
reason.
Midnight Club Dub Edition Remix.
I never played Midnight Club, but I do love the crap out of Need for Speed and Burnout, so
Yeah.
there's that. What about you, Mr. Andy?
So, well, these two know what I've been playing lately.
No, I know.
Because, well, too bad. So Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Missions came out on the Switch at the time of this video came out.
Yeah, it was a couple
Or
days
something
ago.
like that. And it's a really fun game. This is, as I said before, this is the first Dragon Ball Heroes game we ever got outside of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And
About time.
yes, about time. And it does
Yes.
actually have updated characters. It does actually have Android 21, which I didn't fully expect. I haven't been watching trailers or anything.
The Fighters character?
Yeah. Because it has just about almost every continuity
I
of
think it has
Dragon
over
Ball.
1,198 cards
Yeah.
available.
Because it has original, it
Does
has
it have Super Saiyan 3 Raditz?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Actually, it does.
How much hair does he have?
A
A
lot.
lot more hair, apparently. It doubles in amount.
Oh my gosh.
so it has original, it has Z, it has GT, it has Super, it has Xenoverse, it has the movies.
Hey, if you ask and annoy Banco more times than you should, you can probably get Ultra Instinct Yamcha.
You probably could.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be pretty dope. And I'm talking long hair Yamcha.
Yeah, I don't like his short-haired version. I kind of like his long.
Oh yeah, no, he looks way better.
No,
than
Yeah.
that's why he got stabbed by Dr. Gero.
That's also why
He
in
didn't like his hair.
You cut your hair too short.
That's also why in Fighters he has long hair.
Yeah, well,
they know.
Yeah, that's because
I
Arxis
like your
is
hair.
amazing.
Yes. They're like, until we look at his short hair, like,
Nah.
let's extend
It's like-
that.
So put it back to what it should be.
But they made Gohan look like him.
Oof.
Damn.
I mean, they already made Gohan feel like him too.
I mean, that's because Kira Toriyama doesn't know how to draw more than
Or
two
anything.
characters.
Actually, I figured out the reason why Gohan turned out the way he did in the later seasons.
He lied.
It's actually because of his character dynamic. He was originally supposed to be a lead character, but because they don't know how to transform his character dynamic, they just allowed the poor boy to turn into an actual poor boy. And his character dynamic being he's supposed to be a reactionary character, but he should have evolved to like a different character archetype because he already surpassed that in the Cell games.
Yeah, well, like I said, Akira Toriyama also doesn't know how to write.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Ball Z, but there's
Look at
just
Super.
so many issues with it. Like,
Yeah,
Super, yeah.
The only thing he did right was the Broly movie. As far as
Hashtag
I'm
where's
concerned.
launch? Hashtag where's launch?
Yes.
Somewhere, maybe if you like.
Or alternatively, launch.
Nope, she's not.
No,
here.
she's not here.
Here.
Launch's not here, man.
No.
Is she in this deck? No. Is she
She's,
in this deck?
she's
No.
not even in the card game.
I don't think she is.
No, she's not.
Nobody
I like how it's
cares about lunch except me.
Hey, I care for lunch too. I love lunch.
See, the problem,
We're not
the reason
Toriyama,
I
of course
went
we
back
do.
and tried to rewatch the original Dragon Ball, and I could not get through it because my favorite characters were the ones that Akira Toriyama hates, namely Launch and Yamcha. And I love those characters so much, and everything about Dragon Ball just kind of is Akira Toriyama being like, no, they're bad characters, stop that. I completely forgot about one of them.
supporting characters. What do they do?
What?
Support? So they do the support thing, right? That means they're never there, right? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, we're off track.
Right.
Are there any other games, Andy?
So besides, well, I will say this: World Missions is really fun. It has some of the elements from Budokai 3, which I really like.
The cell shading of Budokai.
Yes, and some of the gimmicks, and I definitely like that. I believe it does do touchscreen,
Yes.
but I've been doing well with the joypads, Joy-Cons, whatever you want to call them.
It's touchscreen when I have analyzed.
Exactly.
And besides that, I did finally invest and get Cuphead
Good.
on the Xbox One, which
It's Contra.
it's like, oh, great! This is also coming out on the Switch. The main reason I wanted to own the Xbox One is also it's just going to come out on a console I already have. But
Good job.
I'm not disappointed
Yeah, no, it's
because I like
great.
the game.
It's a fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. I got it on the Xbox One back when it first came out. Actually, I didn't pay for it, but it was a good game, and I'm glad that I have it. So maybe that's a little skewing my attitude towards the game.
Well, I mean, not to mention I did get mine off of like Let Go or something.
Oh yeah.
And for a really good price with 2 controllers. So
Nice, yeah.
but yeah, it's a really fun game, as Josh over here said.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much Contra,
Yeah, it is.
except now you can dash.
Oh, the dash is so good. You just have to get you just gotta immediately buy the upgrade that lets you get invincibility frames on dash. And
Is that the one where you like disappear and reappear?
Yes,
as you dash?
yes.
You do have to kind of know the length of your dash really well, but that and spread shot will carry you through most of the game.
Yeah, pretty much if you're familiar with Metal Slug or Contra.
Yeah. It feels very, very Contra, which is weird to say because Contra is like super serious, muscly men fighting robots.
But now you're people with cups for heads.
Now you're a 1940s cartoon.
Like, you probably should be crossing over with Mickey Mouse or something.
Probably.
Steamboats.
Anyway.
So that's what I've mostly been playing.
Cool.
Alright, what about you?
I bought Blaster Master 02, and I played the first level, and it's really, really good.
Did you beat it yet?
I did not. I just played the first level.
Ah.
Because I also got Wargroove, and that game is really fun. It's fantastically animated. Like, the art in Wargroove, oof, very good. I would highly... If you like Advanced Wars, it's like that.
Yeah.
Play Wargroove.
His point is...
Play Wargroove. Unless you don't like Advanced Wars, in which case...
No.
Stop listening to this podcast. We don't want you here.
Hashtag we really want you.
Just kidding. Please come back. Come back.
He's lying.
I'm sorry. Come back.
Also, I did check. Launch is not currently in the Dragon Ball Super card game right now.
Wow.
Travesty.
Just no love for the character.
But you know who is?
Okay.
Who?
Ranfan from the first World Tournament.
Wow.
What?
Wow. That's so random.
Yeah.
That's so
She's
random.
in it, but Launch isn't.
But
That makes no sense.
you can have a neat thing where there's there's one launch on either side of the card, and then you activate it, and she flips over to the other one.
Yeah. Make her a
She
leader
has two
card.
different abilities.
Yeah, make her a leader. Yeah.
Misplays.
I would-
Misplays everywhere.
There's like so
There's
many
still time.
misplays.
There's still time.
Yeah, patch.
It's like there's another set coming out soon, so.
Is it the launch set? As in the set with launch in it, not the set that came out first.
Well, if she fought against Gogeta and Broly, maybe.
Yeesh.
No, I guess.
I guess not.
Oh, that answers that question.
It's already really bad when they started making jokes about like the movie of Broly, and it's like how X character gets more screen time than Gohan in that movie.
You mean everyone?
So now I feel like he's starting to be the butt end of the joke now.
I mean,
Oh, you mean
okay,
every
but here's
character?
that's just another point on my Akira Toriyama is bad at writing list is that if the character's name is not Goku, they do not matter.
And if their name is Vegeta, they matter to an extent until it's time to trash them.
Also,
They don't. No, Vegeta does not matter.
Yeah.
Like that's the pro. Like I love Dragon Ball, and I cannot say that enough because I'm just going to sit here and trash Dragon Ball. But like, no character matters besides Goku.
Yeah.
Because like, and it's like bad because it starts in the Saiyan arc in Dragon Ball Z when they're just like, we can't fight these people who we've been training to fight for the past 12 episodes. Whoops, we spent an entire season of anime wasting your time. We're just going to die in quick succession until Goku shows up and wins everything.
My bad.
But he did.
Also, I really don't. I hate it. One thing I constantly
I
see
mean-
is that I hate the argument about that being like, oh, but Goku is the main character, therefore.
Like, but you still need to. If you have supporting characters there, they still need development and screen time and personality, and not just oh, look at Goku.
So, Josh, this is. We'll
Yes.
make that a different podcast.
I'm sorry. We've been talking for 20 minutes and we haven't gotten to our topic yet.
Dragon Ball, man.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah,
It's a
it
love
sucks.
hate.
It sucks. I love it. Yeah, so the topic today was suggested by our very own Mr. HG.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm gonna refer to you as something different every time.
HD.
Andy HD.
It's just a picture of me in high definition.
Really close up.
Oh, so like, dang, never mind. Go on.
Moving on. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about remakes, remasters, and sequels. We're gonna start by talking about those kinds, instead of listing it again, those kind of games that disappointed us, and we're gonna move on and talk about remakes, remasters, and sequels that we want to see or are excited for. So,
Hashtag Kingdom Hearts 3 was bad.
if you want to hear more about that, listen to the last episode,
Yes.
which I did not procrastinate for on uploading for 2 weeks.
It's probably still not uploaded by the time you're hearing this.
Pretty much.
Episode 10, the lost episode. Yeah, so go ahead, guys. What do you have to say about remakes, remasters, and sequels that are disappointing? Besides Kingdom Hearts 3.
The problem I had, like, I do like the Secret of Mana remake. I know Secret of Mana. I say Mana.
You say it wrong.
Again, too bad. What I didn't like, I bought it on launch, and yeah, that game was buggy.
Ooh.
Like, really buggy.
Real.
Performance issues.
Like, they did fix it. Like, I do actually like it. It's just, I didn't like the fact that, this is how it came launch.
It was uber buggy.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of times I was wondering, it's like, I didn't break the disc, did I?
Yeah, you did.
I was like, why is my character jumping all around? Why is this jumping around? It's supposed to be a remaster. What's going on? It's like, did I bite Mighty Number 9 again?
Oh, that's fighting words right there.
I own that.
fighting
Yeah,
words.
one of them's fighting words.
This is fighting word. I own that game.
I do too.
Oh no!
And I feel horrible.
Why are we like this?
Why do you insist on being the way you are?
Actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like the fact that that's how it came starting out.
That's fair.
It's like I understand, a game's not going to be 100% good to go on start, but
Yeah.
that really feels like a bit of an oversight that they had with it. Thankfully, it got better.
I mean, the fact that they had to release a patch for it at all is kind of sad, right? Like,
It's like,
Like,
here,
see, the thing is that
It's like-
I don't
it's
have
ju-
a problem normally with day one patches.
Yeah.
Only if it's that bad, though.
I mean, like, it wasn't even,
if
but it
you
wasn't a day
played
one
it-
patch because you could play it without the patch. Which, I mean, like,
I think it took a week to fix.
Oof.
But
That's
it's
not
like,
really
bad.
if you played this when you bought it and just went home and it's like,
then rip you.
hi, can I get a new game?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like day one issues with it. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Tisk. You know how long I've been waiting.
You would say that quote.
You mean hashtag Kingdom Hearts 3?
Kept you
Okay,
waiting,
but
huh?
I'd rather have a good game.
Appreciate my Metal Gear Solid reference.
I do.
Kept you waiting, huh?
You would say that quote too.
It's Metal Gear Solid.
I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just saying you would.
That's
say
the
that
quote in literally every single Metal Gear Solid game. Kept you waiting, huh? I love Metal Gear Solid.
I know you do. I know you do.
But it was just terribly buggy, essentially.
Yeah, it was like some parts I could play, but then it would get to battle sequences and it's like, I might as well just put down the controller and pretend like I'm winning.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I won anyway, but still.
Yeah, that's.
And another one, since Metal Gear was brought up.
Metal Gear Survive. Ooh.
No, I wasn't going
Oh,
go
that's
that
fair.
route.
I kind of want to play Metal Gear Survive because of that, like, my need to play bad games. Please let me experience this train wreck.
For me, and I've been talking with Duncan about it. Smash 4 is kind of one of those disappointing sequels for me.
It was.
Because it just is like... Don't get me wrong, I loved the Wii U when it came out. Like, I actually genuinely enjoyed it, but... And I was excited for Smash 4. Like, I got to play test it at a couple places, at Best Buy and at GameStop, which we did at the mall once.
Yep.
And it's like, I was impressed with it, but when we got the full game, it's like, good. Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, if you didn't like the competitive nature of the game, you're pretty much out of luck.
It was like the same problem I had with
Everyone ignore my Discord.
now, when everyone
People-
watches this video, they're gonna check their Discord.
I hope so.
The sad part is I do that too.
it's like, darn it. Anyway,
So you were saying.
but it's the same problem I kind of had with Gen 6 of Pokemon. It felt like they were just catering more for competitive players to just easily breeze through it.
Yep.
And just grind at it and not much of anything else in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't Gen 6's post game like really not good?
Yeah.
It
Almost
wasn't.
as
Yeah,
bad
it was
as
like-
Alpha. What is it? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
I mean, that was part of Gen 6.
Yeah.
No, Gen 6 as a whole is just... Yeah.
So we're also including X, Y,
Yeah.
Omega, and Alpha.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
I
for
mean,
the
Omega
entirety.
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
As far as like remakes and like remakes go, like the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire remakes are.
But we can
so
discuss that
bad.
in a bit.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that's what Smash 4 felt for me. It's like, oh, good, I can get used to these characters, but where's my story? Where's the substance to this?
Yeah.
Why is it just like, a plate of whipped cream?
Where's
the cake?
Where's Subspace Emissary?
Where's the pie?
I actually enjoyed Subspace Emissary because it was kind of
Oh,
like
I loved it.
like a competent side scroller fighter.
Yeah. I love Subspace. It was amazing.
And I think what really made Smash 4 feel worse was just Ultimate coming out.
And
It
how
just-
it
yeah, it's
immediately
like-
died.
Dude, that game dropped so hard when
I guess it's not
Ultimate
even at
came out.
Evo anymore, is it?
No,
It's
that
not
and
at-
Melee are both not. At
Yeah,
Evo.
I mean, as soon as Smash Ultimate came out, the Evo just dropped literally everything.
yeah.
Literally
Which is
everything.
fair because like,
How
who
many
cares about any
Smashes?
game besides Ultimate?
Also, you know what really bothers me with Smash 4, now that you brought it up, and you also brought up how Ultimate literally killed that game? You could go to stores and still find Smash 4 at full price for the Wii U.
Well, okay, that's not like stores issues.
I know.
That's all Nintendo.
I know.
Nintendo doesn't drop the price on their games because they're big jerks.
Yes, they are.
I mean, that's why I'll never...
I didn't say that I love Nintendo. I don't want this video to get taken down.
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, that's the reason I never bought Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Because
I
it's like,
I did.
It's
And
the
I bought
same.
not the season pass, the DLC packs.
did too.
Like, it's the same price.
And then I
as the
bought it
Switch
again
one.
for the Switch.
Yeah, it's the same price as the Switch one, but the
But
Switch
that's
one
like because
actually
I'm like
has
a
stuff.
huge ass Mario Kart fanboy, so I like playing Mario Kart.
But you know,
Where's my Mario Kart eSport?
Yeah, where is it?
I want
eventually,
to play Mario Kart 8 professionally.
eventually, I guess.
Sure, I'll be your coach.
But you know,
Coach, you can also be another professional player.
That's true.
Join the Philadelphia Fusions and as a representative to play Mario Kart 8.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I thought about trying out for the Fusion for Overwatch, but they don't have a PS4 league, so
yeah.
I mean, that one time when you played, you did reach platinum.
yeah, I never played competitive enough to grind up to diamond, but I could have done it. I placed in platinum in every competitive season, including the first competitive season before they had the gen tier ranks. I hit the numeral equivalent to platinum.
But you know what's funny about you saying that you could find Smash 4 at full price?
What's up?
So one of the recent trips I made to Game Junkie, most of the Wii U selection is both Mario Kart 8
Wow.
and Smash 4.
That's funny.
Like, it's just like an entire stack.
Yeah, well,
What do you think is going to happen when they remake the game or make a better version of that game on their better system?
It's like if they remade like 3D World, it would probably be the same thing. Like, It would just be nothing but like 10 piles of it.
I don't want to derail this conversation,
Yo.
which is kind of a lie, but I just noticed your shirt, Duncan.
Oh, yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
And it reminds me that we didn't talk about news before jumping into the topic, so let's talk about news.
Yes.
I'm so glad that the Phantom Thieves of Hearts stole a Best Buy employees.
Oh my god, the leaks. Best Buy, what are you doing?
So, for those who don't know, this happened like 2 weeks ago because we are on top of our news cycle. They leaked the render, the official render for Joker from Persona 5 for Smash.
Yeah.
And they leaked something about Persona 5S being a Switch game.
Yep.
Which is almost definitely just a remake of 5 for the Switch.
So
Yeah.
bored,
On the go.
On the go. So if you need to go out and play 5.
I'm just like, what are you doing, Best Buy? I hound people for leaking stuff, and then here's a whole store doing that. And I'm like, oh my god, someone kill me.
Yeah, I've definitely grown to not appreciate leaks as much anymore ever since the fucking debacle with Smash Ultimate and the Grinch leak, as they called it.
See, you just have to think about things, right? If a leak comes out and they're just like, the Grinch is in Smash, you don't go,
Okay, okay.
the Grinch is in Smash?
Like, yeah,
you go,
you don't.
No, that's fake. Everything about this is fake.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like at that point, it's like, yeah, no, like,
Mike.
no, because it's called the Grinch leak. I think because it was like being like, oh, look at all these characters that are possibly going to be in Ultimate. Like, who did they say again? Wasn't it like I remember Mac Rider, Gino.
Incineroar was part of that leak.
Yes, and Sonora I think was one of the few ones that were correct.
And so was Ken. Was also a
Ken.
confirmed leak.
Okay, but that one was kind of like I had a feeling.
There's a couple, but the thing is that in order to give a leak more validity, they will, like, people who fake that stuff will purposely pick characters that are very likely, and then also pick the characters that they want, and then do all of their bullshittery in order to make it seem real.
Such as saying, "Oh yeah, I know someone who worked in the development team for Nintendo."
Oh no, I love that comment.
The posts on Reddit that's just like, I know someone who works in the Nintendo development team. You don't.
It's either that or another funny one I hear a lot is my uncle works with Nintendo.
Oh my god, that's so famous.
Reggie's my uncle.
I should say infamous, actually.
I heard a lot of my uncle works at Nintendo and he knows what's up.
Yeah, because everybody has an uncle that works at Nintendo. Apparently.
So do I. I mean,
but actually think about it. You would think that with an actual person that's employed by Nintendo is the one spraying the leaks, they would get in serious trouble for that.
Oh yeah, they would get fired at like frame 1. Faster than Fox's Shine in Melee.
Like, that's one of the things you also have to think about. Leaking is, especially from an employer, it's not a good look.
No, it's not good, and almost guaranteed when you're working on a project like that has a very tight, not development cycle, but very tight release and information schedule, you sign a non-disclosure agreement. And if you breach an NDA, you could get fired or sued for a lot of money and stuff like that. So it's a bad idea to do it almost every time. So that's why anytime a leak came out, no matter how valid the leak seemed, I was always just kind of like, I doubt it. Especially since you can see a common thread most of the time too with those leaks when they're just like, Minecraft Steve is gonna be in Smash. I'm like, no, he's not. You're a big liar. I mean, there's some that like obviously are jokes, like, I can't wait for Sans Undertale to be in Smash.
Sans Undertale.
That's
Shrek.
That's funny.
Shrek was another
Shrek,
Shrek.
yeah.
The Grinch really is coming.
like that when people put the effort in to do the custom like menu screen selection and like Shrek. Like that's funny because it's very outlandish and like obviously not going to happen. But then people like are like, well, look, my uncle works at Nintendo and he told me that Geno's going to be in the game. Like, no! You have not played Super Mario RPG. You don't even know who Geno... You didn't know who Geno was before people started asking for him in Smash, you big, stupid person.
I'm actually... That's not another thing. It's like, do you even know what you're talking about?
Exactly.
Or are you just complaining for the sake of complaining this character is actually not here?
Yes.
Like, what game is he from? What's his story? Why would he be here?
Oh, you mean Geno from Super Mario RPG?
There was
From
a
what
Super
now?
Mario RPG?
That's not Paper. That's not Paper Mario.
No one played with Super Mario and Legend of the Seven Stars. That's the actual subtitle.
Yeah.
I could probably come up with a better reason why Geno could be in there and totally still not going to be there. But that's just...
They make a remaster of that game.
Actually, yeah, that would bring him back if they made a remaster.
Too bad that's hard.
Follow me here.
Oh.
Virtual console.
Oh my god.
Well, no, here's the thing. I think the main issue with specifically bringing that game back is that it's. I feel like it's only complicated because that game was only made because of a joint effort between Nintendo and Squaresoft.
Squaresoft before they merged with Enix.
But honestly, is it really that hard? It's not like they're working with Disney.
I mean, the only problem with bringing it over would be the licensing, but I also see it happening because Square and Nintendo work together on Smash.
A lot,
right?
Especially now because
especially on Smash, but they work together like a lot.
They could They could easily do it.
Octopath. I almost called it Project Octopath, but
Isn't
Octopath.
that what actually what it was?
That is what it was called at one point.
Oh, that was the working title before it had Octopath Traveler was the official name. But like Octopath Traveler is a Switch exclusive Square Enix game, right?
There's like literally no excuse.
Final Fantasy games.
There shouldn't be there shouldn't be a problem with Enix and Ninty working together to bring us Super Mario RPG on the virtual console that should exist on this on the system.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stop. I say that I'm gonna stop bringing up the virtual console, but I won't. I will bring it up next episode, and
That's
I have
because we
brought
want one.
Brought up in every episode so far, I'm sure.
It's like, how about this? If you guys want us to stop,
Because I would spend so much money on it. Like Nintendo doesn't understand that. Like they wouldn't have to make another game for like 4 years. They just virtual console and everyone would buy it.
Look, my wallet would be gone if they did it.
Like, stop giving me weird live action dating sims. I want actual.
Yeah, what the heck? Why is that in their catalog? I'm scrolling through the eShop and I see this and I'm like, wait a minute, is this for real? Why am I allowed to
What's
purchase
that game
this?
Super Flash Dating or something?
Oh my god. This is stuff I expect to see on Steam or something.
That's me making
the Steam green light.
that's
my
me
God.
taking an honest shot at the title also. That's not me joking.
That's so weird. That's not what I would expect to see between my pixelated CG rendered video games, but okay.
Hey, I want my waifu anime.
I need my anime waifu. I
Not
don't
my
need this
real life.
real life crap.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, with that 12th derailment for the episode.
My bad.
Remakes, sequels, and remasters that you want to get.
Right. I actually do want to talk about a sequel that did disappoint me.
Okay,
Much like
let's go
Andy's
for it.
was.
I'm ready.
Now, I'm going to...
Not really, but I'm ready.
Now, with this sequel, I could have easily gone for one that's more recent, relevant, but that's not how I do things. I prefer to take you guys back to the past a little bit. Because this particular
Take me for a ride.
It's gonna take you for a ride.
I'm sorry. I said a sequel. I said a sequel I didn't like, not one that I absolutely love.
You're right. MVC3 before Ultimate came out.
I could talk about that. I could,
But you
that's
won't.
not it. No,
You won't.
we're gonna go back to the Wii.
Wii.
Yes, the Wii.
Oh no, he means business.
And the game I'm gonna bring up is Tales of Symphonia 2.
Oh, here we go. I know where this is going.
Yeah. This game was supposed to follow up after one of the best RPGs that came out on the GameCube, which is Tales of Symphonia. And it's also the same game that got me into the Tales series. So I love that game to death. I get Tales of Symphonia 2, and this game spelled disaster right out of the gate. First of all, the main character you're playing as, which is Emil, hated him. Hated his personality. He was pretty much a pushover. And I understand that there are some charm to having characters that are pushovers and crybabies. I mean, look at Yugimoto, Deku from My Hero. Like, those are like shining examples of lovable characters that are like that. But Emil was only really good when he turned into his bad personality self, which was Ratatosk, if I'm not mistaken.
I never played these.
But I'm gonna get to the main reason why I hated this game.
You're outside of my area of expertise now.
That's okay. People who know what I'm talking about will know what I'm talking about. But the one thing I really hated about this game was how watered down it was. They purposely made Emil, for example, fight really bad by making his combos not link until you beat the game and get an accessory or EXP or whatever to equip on him, which makes all his combos link. I wish I was making this up.
So he doesn't combo until you finish the game?
Yeah. Like, a lot of his arts have issues linking together throughout the whole game, and then you get a sphere which lets him do it.
What the crap?
It gets better. All the returning characters in the game from the very first one also got nerfed really hard. Like, Lloyd, for example, doesn't have any of his speed from the first one, where he's like a fast, dual-wielding attacker, because they purposely put a sphere on him, which makes it so that all his attacks are slow as mess, and you can't remove it. Plus, none of the returning characters can level up. They join in, like, set levels. The only ones that can level up is Emil, Marta, and the Pokemon that you catch. Yeah, those are going to be your main party members, the monsters that you catch in the game.
Yeah, Symphonia is a Pokemon clone.
Apparently.
Symphonia 2.
Yeah, apparently Symphonia 2 is a Pokemon clone. There was like no real world map to travel in. When you leave a town, you just see your map up and you just select the area and you go, which takes a lot of the RPG aspect out of it. And the dungeons, oh my goodness. Please don't get me started on the dungeons, especially the lightning one, which is the main reason why I actually have not beaten that game. Like, the lightning one in the original was annoying, but it was doable. This one just really took the cake for me, honestly. Bad sequel all around.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm probably never ever going to touch the game ever again, but yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Well, I know. You refuse to touch that.
Uh-huh. Actively.
I don't know. What about you, Josh?
For bad remakes and remasters and sequels?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Resident Evil 6.
Why do you hate
closed.
I
don't know if I've said it on this podcast before, but I was really excited for Resident Evil 6 because I love Resident Evil 5, despite popular opinion.
It's okay.
And so,
I like Resident Evil 5.
It's so much fun. It's so most people played Resident Evil 5, like, quick tangent. Most people played Resident Evil 5 the first time solo, and Sheva is a terrible AI, so play co-op. Like, that game is built from the bottom up to be co-op, and it's fun. Yeah. But Resident Evil 6, I was like, oh boy. Resident Evil 5, except now I get to play as Leon. This is the perfect combination. Nothing can go wrong. Yeah. And then it was.
And then
everything went wrong.
Yep.
In the opening area, like after the cutscene, in the opening area for Leon's campaign, which is a terrible idea to split the game into thirds and give us 6 main characters to worry about. Leon had a quick time event to walk forward.
Yeah, what the heck was that?
And I was like, oh no.
Why was there a quick time event just to walk forward?
Like, I was like, what do you... I would be fine if my quick time event was like pushing forward on the control stick, like controlling the character as I would normally. Yeah. But no, it was slam the X button, walk forward.
What were they thinking?
They weren't, because the whole game was trash. And Leon's story was supposed to be the one that was like old Resident Evil games, except it
Basically,
wasn't. It was awful.
The game they advertised in the game that's like, oh, there's these 3 different storylines you're going to play through. Leon's kind of plays like the old classic.
They lied. It's not true.
Old classic Resident Evil. Chris has the more action-oriented stuff from like Resident Evil 4 and 5, and
Also,
got
Albert
this
Wesker's
guy,
son is
and
here.
he does a thing.
It kind of sounds
They
like
never explained that.
There's 3 campaigns. All of them are co-op. So there's 6 main characters, and each of the stories are completely separate, but like they interact every once in a while. So you'll be like you'll be like running in a cutscene, and you'll be like, oh look, it's Chris and some guy from that he works with.
Yeah.
A STARS operative that we didn't know until the game started. Whoa.
Basically.
It's so bad. I played exactly 1/3 of that game, and by that I beat Leon's campaign, and then I was like, no, this is bad. I'm out. That's it. That's my disappointing sequel remake.
It almost feels like you had the same reaction to like when the one of your friends recommended Uncharted to you, and you like played through it, and then there was a point where you beat it.
I beat the first one and the second one. So I beat the first one, and I was like, that was kind of bad. And everyone was like, oh, it's okay, they get better. And I was like, all right. So I played the second one, and then I beat it, and I was like, that wasn't really that good. And they're like, oh, it's okay, the third one's the best one. And I was like, okay. So I played through like the opening area, and after like an hour I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
What am I doing? And I just like turned the game off, and I was like, that's it, I don't need it anymore. Wow, I'm good.
I'm still trying to think of like sequels and or remakes or remasters that I
Gen 6.
I mean,
yeah, we talked about that a little
we already
bit.
had talked
Well, see, I could throw a
about
couple
that,
at you. You've got Sonic Forces, which was a massive
which was
disappointment.
terrible.
Yeah. You've got
Forces gave us a good cartoon.
No,
Yeah.
that was Boom.
Oh, Boom gave
Oh,
us
yeah,
was
no,
Boom.
Boom did give us a
Forces was awesome, and I love it. It's a good game. Why don't
Forces
you guys
gave us-
stop hating on that.
No, dude. Even you couldn't continue that
Could
lie.
not. I can only lie so much.
The only good thing that came out of Forces was that it gave us a decent mobile game, and that was it.
That's news to me.
I mean, I played it. It's actually pretty fun.
There's a Sonic mobile game.
There's several.
I love it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, there's several of them.
I do know there's a couple of mobile games I know, and that's Sonic. Oh yeah, that's a bad sequel, Sonic 4.
Can we not? Oh my god, I hate it.
I forget, how much do you know about Sonic 4?
I know that it exists.
That's all.
Okay,
you need to know.
That's all I need
Half
to
of
know.
it.
Apparently.
Problem number 1: it's an episodic release.
Episodic Sonic, and both episodes suck, by the way.
Oh, it was only 2 episodes.
Yeah, there's
It was
only
supposed
2.
to be no. It was supposed to be 3 episodes. We never got the third one because the second one sucked
Wasn't
terribly.
it supposed to be 4?
I think there's only supposed to be 4 episodes.
4 or
I know
3.
the third one was supposed to have like Knuckles,
All
maybe.
right, so we are running out of time, so I don't think we're gonna get to the second half. We can talk about that maybe next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's end on something we can all agree with,
Okay.
which I brought up during the discussion we had before we started recording the podcast, which is, a sequel, remake, and/or remaster that is disappointing everybody and hasn't even come out yet. Final Fantasy VII. Good night.
Oh my god.
You said episodic release, and it reminded me of the fact they wanted to do that with Final Fantasy VII, and I was like,
I mean, but you heard what we said though. It
Yeah.
can't be a bad, disappointing game if it
never
came
comes out.
Yeah, I mean, look at Duke Nukem Forever.
Ooh.
That wasn't disappointing until it came out. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to us ramble for whatever this gets edited down to, like 45 minutes. Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Just tell him to lick it.
No, he said he liked it.
I like it.
Don't lick it. That's gross.
Ah!
Stop licking the water bottle, Andy.
Andy,
I
that's
did.
not good for you.
Oh, plot twist. I did it right.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your big boy panties on. Let's go.
Theme song.
What are those like again?
Music. We have a theme song.
Do we?
Yeah, I mean it's just the intro riff to closing at 9.
Yes,
It's also our outro music. I mean, I guess.
It's alright. I know you're trying.